Greetings to you all. I am sorry I am unable to be with you personally to celebrate the milestone 150th anniversary of Grace Episcopal Church in Merchantville. I'm most grateful to Father Bob Fitzpatrick for his faithful leadership as your current rector, and for Kathy as faithful partner in ministry among you all. I know we all celebrate the milestone event of their daughter Katie's wedding to Grant Granero on February 24th. My warm wishes and blessings to the newlyweds and to their parents. Greetings and thanks to your wardens, vestry, and other parish leaders. How grateful I am for your leadership and resilience, and especially during these past few years, where we have all experienced the significant challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite all of this, Grace Church perseveres, as it has for 150 years of mission and ministry. It actually all began in 1872, as you probably know, a leap year. In February of that year, the Metropolitan Museum of Art first opened in New York City. Later in the year, Claude Monet began his painting, Impression Sunrise, a painting that gave a name to the artistic movement, Impressionism. Yellowstone was established as the world's first national park. In 1872, the magazine Popular Science was first published. The women's suffrage movement was in full swing. Victoria Woodhull was the first woman ever to be nominated for President of the United States. Never mind that she was a year too young, and her name did not appear on the ballot. In violation of the law, Susan B. Anthony voted, was arrested, and fined. She didn't pay the fine. It was a presidential election year in the United States. Ulysses S. Grant defeated Horace Greeley on November 5th. Greeley died 24 days later on November 29th. There were tragedies. On November 9th, the Great Boston Fire of 1872 devastated that city. And of course, we have learned in our time what it is to experience a pandemic. But others have experienced this before us. In 1872, the first case of the great epizootic of 1872, equine influenza, or the horse flu, was reported in Toronto. By mid-December, it would disrupt life across North America. But this did not stop a determined group of 7 persons from gathering for worship and their beginning the organization of an Episcopal church in Merchantville in that very same year. In 1872, in the home of Mr. and Mrs. Henry A. Macomb. A year later, April of 1873, the church community had grown and were officially designated a parish. The specific reason for the anniversary celebration today. From that historic date and year, Grace Church has been a spiritual home to generations of people living in its surrounding communities. The faithful have gathered weekly for worship and fellowship. A countless number of life's precious moments, baptisms, confirmations, weddings, and funerals have taken place within its sacred walls. Grace Church Merchantville has been a sanctuary where local folk have gathered in prayer for everyday life during the year, and also to grieve or celebrate historic happenings in the world and in our nation. The faithful of this parish have always rendered service to those in need. Even today, in the face of unprecedented challenges, you, the stalwart people called by God into the goodly fellowship of Grace Church Merchantville, continue to carry out Christ's message, ministry, and mission. The mission and ministry of love and reconciliation. And for this I give great thanks. As the days of my own episcopate draw to a close, and as we all look to a new future under Bishop-elect Sally French, I offer you my warmest wishes and blessings as you move forward into the next 150 years. May God continue to bless Grace Church Merchantville and each one of you and all those whom you love. Have a great celebration. And I thank Wikipedia for the historic facts on 1872. Blessings.